Hey guys, what's up? It's Zain, and then in this video I wanted to talk about why your friends don't give the best legal advice, right? Why you should not take legal advice from your friends, why you should not trust your friends when they're giving you legal advice. Because what usually happens is you guys get into some trouble, some adversity happens in your life, or you have some legal problem going on, you get arrested, or you get into the police pick you up or something, or you get in a car wreck, and what you do is you ask your friends, hey, this is what happened, and your friends usually tell you, do this, do that, this is how you should go about it, or this is what I did, this is what they did. Now, that's not to say they're giving you wrong advice. They may be giving you right legal advice, right? But most of the time, it's completely jibber jabber. They don't know what they're talking about. And if it is valid legal advice, it may have worked for them, right? Because their situation's different. It may not work for you, right? They'll tell you, oh, let's say you got arrested with a possession of a controlled substance. They'll tell you, if the cop doesn't show up, your case will get dismissed. Don't worry about it. Now, that may not always be true. That may have worked for them depending on their circumstances, but it might not work for you, right? Maybe they may reschedule your date. This is an example in a criminal context. But what you need to do is talk to an attorney that can help you with your situation and not talk to your friends about stuff like this, right? Because I know you're tempted to ask your friends, and your friends will give you some stuff, but don't listen to them. Do not take legal advice from your friends. Do not take legal advice from anybody that's not an attorney. Okay, what you need to do is get in touch with an attorney. And I've seen this happen many times when I've represented indigent clients that don't have an attorney and have requested a public defender or even a court-appointed attorney, right? And what happens in that situation is they're talking to people that are locked up in jail with them, that are in the county jail with them, and they're consulting with each other. And what I try to do is talk to my client without anybody else talking to my client, because even when they're talking to me one-on-one, when I'm in there, talk in the county jail talking to my client, there'll be another client behind him being like, no, don't do that. No, don't listen to him. No, this is not what it should be happening. No, do this. No, do that. And I tell them, look, this is my client. Let me talk to my client. And what I usually do is get the bailiff to separate my client so there's no noise around him, right? And my client usually appreciates that too. I've actually had female clients yelling at the other female saying, this is my lawyer. Let me talk to my lawyer. Stop telling me what to do. And usually the lingo for those guys that are yelling stuff in the back, telling my client what to do, we call them jailhouse lawyers. They're technically jailhouse lawyers. They know what they're doing, or at least they think they know what they're doing because they've been here before. They know how the process works. They think they know how the process. But don't listen to them. Listen to a trusted lawyer. Don't listen to your friends. Don't ask your friends questions. Okay? And even if they are giving you valid legal advice, what worked for them may not work for you, right? It may not work for you. All right? Oftentimes I'll hear people say, oh, this is how this works. I thought it works like this. Oh, my friend told me this is how it's supposed to work. My friend got this. Or like even sentencing wise, my friend got this when he was sentenced. How come I didn't get this? Your situation is completely different from your friend, guys. Okay? Do not listen to your friends when it comes to legal advice. I'm not saying don't listen to your friends in general. It's good to have friends, right? You want friends. What I'm saying is when it comes to legal advice, do not listen to your friends. Do not let them tell you anything, because what happens is they're getting some stuff from TV. They're getting stuff from whoever they're getting their stuff from. And what they do is they get that information, mumble jumble it with their own personal beliefs, and then when you ask them something, they drop it from you. Now what's happening is you're part of the problem, essentially, because you're passing on information you got from them and you're telling somebody else that, and somebody else is telling somebody. It's a whole network of misinformation going around, right? So what I advise is always get an attorney. Talk to an attorney before anything. Okay, do not take legal advice from just about anybody you know. All right, always talk to an attorney and get the attorney's legal advice. All right.